Thank you, Madam Chair. Despite its initial resistance, leftist activists successfully pressured the International Organization for Standardization and major credit card companies to adopt a new merchant category code for firearm retailers, which they say can be used to flag lawful gun purchases and target law-abiding citizens. Merchant category codes, or MCCs, are typically used to identify merchants by the goods or services they provide. West Virginia, the state I'm blessed to represent, is one of the most pro-Second Amendment states in the country. Nearly 60% of West Virginians have firearms in their homes, which is frankly why it's one of the safest states in the country, because guns actually protect and save lives, despite what the left says about it. So, Mr. Rogers, I would just say, Truist Bank services over 260,000 West Virginians. There's also been talk of using this new data to flag what they call, quote, suspicious purchases. To me, it seems like a straightforward way to target gun owners without actually helping prevent crime. In fact, the opposite is true. The more folks avail themselves of their constitutional right to the Second Amendment, the less crime you have. So my question is, what in your mind constitutes a, quote, suspicious transaction, and what additional information does this new code really provide for you to make that determination?
Thank you, Representative, for that question. As we discussed earlier, this is a developing area at this particular time. So our positions will follow the rules that are part of the system. But as today, we'll also follow the law and protect the rights of our consumers in terms of reporting. So I can't speak to exactly what will be required in terms of reporting, but that won't be something that we'll do on a voluntary basis.
Okay, thank you for that response. A follow-up question. My constituents now may consider purchasing firearms with cash instead of a credit card out of fear that the federal government, of what the federal government might do with their data. So who decides which merchants fall under a merchant category code? And does Truist Bank plan to go back and recode businesses and past purchases that may now most closely fall under the new merchant category code?
Representative, we don't control the merchant codes, so that's not actually a decision that Truist makes.
Okay. Well, great. Well, I just, in closing, I just want to say never before have we seen an administration weaponize financial regulators and pressure lenders to push its agenda like we've seen with the Biden administration. I fear this is one step closer to a backdoor gun registry. Banks and corporations must resist this political pressure. The best thing we can do to help our constituents and all Americans is competition, free market competition between your banks, between small banks. That's the way you get better service for all. More regulation we have to make a choice in this country. My mother fled a communist country. She left Cuba when she was 19 years old. And you have a choice between this country. Some are pushing socialism. And what socialist countries do, like Russia, is they invade other countries because their economy is a total disaster, because socialism does not work. So they go try to gobble up other countries. We have to make a basic choice between freedom and free markets and capitalism in this country or socialism. There are those pushing socialism constantly. It has failed everywhere it's been tried. So I do applaud. I think our role as Americans should be to push free markets, reject socialism, reject, frankly, government control of people, let people be free to make their own choices, don't target them. So thank you for your participation today, and I yield back.